idea. Thank you.
It's recorded.
Our next speaker is a man of many unusual characteristics. Unusual may not be the right word. Weird is most likely. He's so weird.
How weird
is it?
How weird is it?
He calls himself Mr. Weirdo. Rashid Huda.
Have you ever had a crazy idea? An idea so crazy that you think to yourself, that's crazy. Mr. Toastmaster, friends, and anybody who's ever had a crazy idea. Where do they come from and what do you do about it? Well, I'll tell you my story. It was a normal, usual day. There I was, staring at my smartphone, trying to do some research about my upcoming trip on Route 66 because, hold on a minute, let me back up a little bit. Because some of you may not know that I am a nomad, a vagabond, a modern day gypsy. I live in what I call my mobile domicile. It's a Kia Sedona van that I pulled the back seats out of and took the plywood, some 4x4s, and built a little platform. Put everything I owned in a plastic tub, stuck them underneath, threw a foam mattress on top, and I was free. Free as a bird. And I've been doing that for the last 5 years, and I've put almost 200,000 miles on that van, traveling to all 48 lower United States. So there I was, trying to do some research about my trip on Route 66. It's been done so many times. What can I do that would be different? So I'm looking at stuff, out of the blue. Google dares me. I mean, literally dares me. It says, use your voice to ask Google how long the Wall of China is. Really? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't about to back off from a dare. From a stupid phone. I mean, a smartphone. So I said, okay, Google, how long is the Wall of China? The Wall of China is 5,503 miles. It was built during, wait a minute, is that a guy walking on a wall? Okay, Google, has anybody ever walked across the entire length of the Wall of China? 5 explorers on October 9, 2000, set off to walk the Wall of China. One finished in January of 2002. Wow. My math major brain went into overdrive. That's 15 months. 5,500 divided by 15, that's 45 times 3, 1,011, that's 2/3. That's 367 miles per month. That's almost 12 miles a day. I can do that. Uh-oh. A crazy idea was born. You know what a crazy idea really is? A crazy idea is when God smiles at you, winks at you, and he says, dude, we'll do that. Look what we can do together. Now at that point you have 3 options. First, you can say, I don't know. Let me think about that one. 2, you can tell them to take a hike. In either case, you'll end up with, if I'd only, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda, because he's gonna take the hike and go find somebody else to wink at. Now, a crazy idea, in my opinion, is a desire planted in your head. Desire of the Father. It is an idea that comes to you as a gift, to you and through you for the rest of the world. Wallace D. Wattles says, a desire is the proof that you have within you the power which can do it. So there I was with this crazy idea. And you know what? I said, well, dude, let's rock and roll. So we were back to, okay, Google, okay, Google, okay, Google. And there was an article about a man who dipped his toes in Atlantic Ocean in Delaware. Put his shoes on, put his backpack on, with a few bucks in his pocket, and started walking. He ended up in San Francisco to wash his feet in the Pacific Ocean. His name is Nate Dan. I met Nate in 2012 in Portland, Oregon, where we shared a stage at the World Domination Summit in front of 1,000 people. And he told his story about walking the America. He wanted to prove to himself and to others that people are generally good. I got to tell my story, but that's a different story. So I said, well, if Nate could do it, I could do it. Yeah, Nate's 25, you're 62. So I thought I'll share it. I'll share it on my Facebook, and one of my good friends, Sean LaCognita, a Toastmaster, came back with, have you ever even walked 15 miles in a day before? Good question. Yes, I've done it once. It was 17 miles in Albuquerque. Wasn't planned, but I survived. I also went up Guadalupe Peak, the tallest place in Texas. Took me 11 hours, 8.5 mile round trip. That was tougher than those 17 miles I did in Albuquerque. So, okay, it may not be that difficult, but I had to find out. So I started walking a little bit. And you know, when you decide to do something, things start falling in place. And one morning, as I was coming out of our religious center after my morning prayers, this one guy says, hey, come walk. I go, huh? He says, where are you going? I said, I'm going to the gym to walk. He says, no, we're walking outside. Come join us. I said, okay. Well, I started walking outside with them. Turns out a group of them had gotten together to do walking every morning. And they inspired me to up my game. And I went from 6,000 steps a day to 20,000 in a couple of weeks. Lost 2 inches around my waist. The belt's moving in. It's now the last match. I'm gonna have to get a new belt. But here's my question to you. How does an ant eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I decided I'm going to go from Chicago, Illinois, all the way to Santa Monica, California. 2,451 miles according to Google. One foot in front of the other. One step at a time. 4,051 miles divided by 12 miles a day, it's about 204 days. About roughly 7 months. 6 months if I do 15 miles a day, 8 months if I do 10 miles a day. But it's doable. It's doable. And here is the best thing. H. Scott Murray, who led the Scottish expedition to Himalayas, wrote, concerning matters of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. In other words, when you say, I'm ready, let's go, God says, let me line up your ducks for you. So the next time, when you get a crazy idea, just say, let's rock and roll, and let him perform the miracles on your behalf. Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow.
That's gonna be tough.